As you know, I've done a fair few videos now on France and just like the state of Paris, for instance. Who, growing up, you're always taught, like Paris, romantic city, and it's far from that now. And I can tell you it's from personal experience because I went over there. We brought the children over because we were going to Disneyland a few years ago, and um, taxi man. We wanted to bring the two boys into Paris Saint Germain Stadium, because they were big fans of Mbappe and Neymar and all that. And when we went to get a taxi man actually turned us off going into central Paris to the stadium. He said, "Don't do it." It's just, he started out by saying we're doing all those Palestinian marches, but as well as that, crime was massive. Women are being targeted for their bags and all this sort of stuff. Mentioning the Romas and everything. It's the exact same all over the West. We all know that. But this one here, this Sandrine Rousseau, whatever. No trouble pronouncing her second name. I'm going to show you this video and then I'm going to go to our wiki and look at a few things that might make this woman seem like a female Roderic O'Gorman, believe it or not. So, there you go.
Des fois, j'ai l'impression que vous avez une vision de la France et du peuple français comme un peuple sur une île très reculée, très lointaine, qui n'est jamais entré en contact avec un autre peuple ailleurs dans le monde. Et qu'en fait, vous voulez le préserver de toute influence extérieure. Alors, je vais vous le dire, la France n'est pas une île. Et en fait, les Français de souche, eh bien, cela n'existe pas.
Hey, look at that. Look at that one sentence there. And in fact, she's basically mocking what I can imagine is probably a nationalist representative. That's what I can imagine who she's talking to. I tried to look more into the video, but I can't see who she's addressing. But I'm trusting my intuition there that she's talking to a nationalist who wants to highlight what's happening in France in the sense of it being flooded with unvetted males, like Ireland is, like England is, like Sweden is, like everywhere else, it's the same thing. But she's saying these things like, let me remind you that France isn't an island. She goes on to talk about you probably want to put barbed wire up all around the country and all this. Really just gaslighting. Just gaslighting words that don't mean fuck all. But look at that. And in fact, there is no such thing as a native Frenchman. Now, like, where have we heard that? We've heard Mr. Martin call all of us mongrels, which would in turn mean that there's no such thing as a native Irishman, calling all of us mongrels. But it's the same fucking script. This is the same script being run by this. She's a socialist. This one. Also, a Socialist Green Party member, which I'll get into now in a minute. But let it play out here.
Et en fait, nous sommes français parce que nous avons été traversés de 1001 flux migratoires. Et heureusement qu'il y a eu des amours non autorisés. Heureusement qu'il y a eu des mariages avec des personnes étrangères. Heureusement que nos grands-parents, nos arrière-grands-parents se sont aimés au-delà des frontières. Parce que c'est ce qui fait aujourd'hui la richesse du peuple français. Mais c'est ce qui fait aussi notre fierté. Et vouloir imaginer la France comme une île rabougrie sur elle-même avec des barbelés tout autour pour que jamais personne n'y rentre, eh bien c'est à l'inverse de nos valeurs. Alors oui, vive les mariages, vive l'amour et vive les enfants issus de ces mariages.
You see, she's proper passionate, isn't she? And you'll find that those type are those Socialist Green Party members that they are. But these are the same people. Let me just minimize this. These are the same people. Yeah, there she is there. Born in 1972. Now she's the daughter of Yves Rousseau, who was mayor in 2001. Let's have a look at a few things on her. Some things of interest about it, right? Are down here. These ones. So during, I'm gonna minimize it even more because so you can read every little part of that. There we go. Now she's been involved in one of these little, like in Hollywood and America, the way they had to, not the way the big sexual court cases came out against certain individuals in Hollywood and stuff like that. Well, she came out with one in 2016. She was part of one in France, accusing a fellow Green Party member. Remember, I told you, they've no problem throwing their own members under the bus. This fella here, Dennis Boban, of sexual harassment in 2022, suggested in a TV interview that an exhibited behaviour which could break a woman's psychological health, and said that Boyer's former party had later attempted suicide. Right? Oh, probably can't say that word, but anyway. The Green Party's parliamentary group subsequently suspended Bayou from his role as the group's co-chair, and he later stepped down as secretary as well. In March 2020, Rousseau was elected president of the conference. Right, I'm going to attempt to say that. Diversity, huh? Which is composed of 94 public institutions of higher education and research around equality and diversity policies. It's the same link with all of these. Diversity, Green Party, climate change, same things, people. Same things that link all these individuals that are pushing to have their own countries flooded with unvetted males from all over the world. In 2021, she was a candidate for the open primary vote organised by Europe Ecology, the Greens. In France 2022 presidential election, she qualified for the second round but lost to Yannick Jadot. During the campaign, she was criticised for being too absent at her university by post-students and colleagues at Lille University, who had also complained that her lack of political engagement on subjects related to. So, even the people within France had complained about her because she lacked any political engagement. But here she is telling the French people that there's no such thing as a Frenchman. There's not, like, not that I would even give the woman the time of day, if she did, like, have a positive outlook within France itself, but not even the French like her. Not even the French people like her. She joined Gadot's campaign team. So even the one she was running against, she eventually joined her. So that's another one, just going against our own. Sorry, struggling a little bit with words today. Had my work done on the gobber, so my mouth's a bit sore. Going against our own outlook and going against our it's like when Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael joined together. That's what it's exactly like. Because she later joined the guy that she ran against. But by March 22, she was asked to leave again after she expressed strong criticism of the campaign strategy. That's probably the ego, once she got in there, her ego was telling her to push for something, and it went totally against wherever the party was going with. During 2022, the French legislative election, Rousseau was elected deputy of the National Assembly for Paris's 9th constitution as member of the new Ecological and Social People's Union in Parliament. She has since been a member of the Committee on Social Affairs. In March 22, she sparked controversy by proposing that the law make non-participation in household chores a misdemeanor. Get some of that. So this whole part of them wanting to interfere with uh, interfere with relationships of people, because she proposed making a new law that if, say, they're at home, the man and the woman are at home, and the woman wants to take a bit of time out and ask the man to do something, if he says no, that would be classed as a misdemeanor in the court of law. Isn't that mad? Crazy stuff. These people are fucking off their trolley, wanting to get so invested in all members of the public's family life. Do you know? I bet if there was a yes, yes, no, no vote over there, she would be one of these yes, yes people. France's National Hunting Federation filed a complaint against Rousseau after she had stated that that one femicide out of 4 was linked to a hunting weapon. So there's the attack on, people who fancied going for a bit of hunting on the weekends. She also attacked them. In 2022, she criticised meat consumption as a contributor to climate change. Told you, the links are there with these individuals. She took part. Now, here's one here that probably gets them a few brownie points. On March 12th, November 2023, she took part in the March for the Republic against anti-Semitism. I'll leave that one there. In Paris, in response to the rise of anti-Semitism in France since the start of the war in Gaza. So remember, there's links with all these individuals. Be it's the Green Party members I've noticed are the real sort of the ones that are used to push certain, the Green parties are used, like Roderic, to push LGBT, to push, like Eamon Ryan, to push climate change, While at the same time, they're also ones that meddle in trying to get involved in family affairs. What happens behind, like, that's mad, isn't it? In March 22, she sparked controversy by proposing that the law make non-participation in household chores a misdemeanor in a court of law. That's insane. This one's off our bleeding trolley. Remember as well, she's the daughter of a mayor, of one of the mayors in France. Like, that's where she grew up. Look at that gaff. That's where she grew up, in that gaff. So, yeah, remember, there's always links with the freaks. And I always get drawn back to France now and again. I like doing videos about France. I want France to survive too. I want the whole of Europe to survive this invasion, There you go.